remember to shut your auto stop and your traction control off once you leave pavement. Is that even for JKs or just the JLs? I'm not really sure. I'm still kind of new to Jeep. I thought it was all of the newer Jeeps that have those options. Got it?
GL series have auto start and the traction control, and some of the other Jeep series other than the Wranglers have to.
The JKs have the option to turn off your traction control. It should be down underneath your air conditioning controls.
Okay, we're out on the trail, Ocala National Forest, until I lose cell signal. And this is kind of like what it looks like. That's Karen in front of me. She created this group of four-wheelers. Right now we have about 30 people with us today. And she's first in line, I'm second. We're trying to space it out with winches in between the cars without winches, if possible. With my Cherokee, it's the lowest car here, but I've already been told that for water today, it's only going to be just not deep water at all. So I hope you enjoy.
Tails on the trail.
Copy that. We are making a right-hand turn. Starting with Karen, can we start getting like a Jeep number and line that you are, 1, 2, 3, and what color Jeep you are? That way we can find out how many Jeeps John and I both lost count. I'm a white Gladiator and I'm number 1.
Number 2, white Cherokee.
Are you kidding me? The very first water we see? Number 3, black JKU. 3-4 white JK. Black Gladiator. We're stopping. We have someone stuck. One has stopped. We just got here, you guys. And the award for first to get stuck is Money Pit. Y'all need to stop. Dang. Don't worry, we got you. Can we continue the count? I believe that we were on Jeep number 6. What color was number 6? Black Jeep Gladiator. Number 5. Black Gladiator. Number 6.
Maybe number 6 doesn't have a radio.
Go to 7, please. Money pit recovered. Yay. Who's in the 7th Jeep? Jeep 7 looks like a red Jeep, maybe? Go to 8. Green one in front of me. Is it a dark green one? It might be Julia in Paw Power. Then the red would be number 8. The first water hole, try to avoid the center. Are we ready to roll? Who's Jeep number 9 after the red one? I think that's the white one in front of me. I'm number 10, Silver Rubicon. Keep going, guys. 11.
11, black JKU.
12, Granite, JL Rubicon. If there's nobody behind that Jeep, then we're 13. JKU. All right, keep going. What color is that JKU? Karen, which way did you turn? Made a right. Second flag grill. We made a right-hand turn. We made a right-hand turn. We're still stopped. We're caught up. Copy that. Is my tail caught up? Yes, we are. Front's rolling. Shannon, is Money Pit behind you? Money Pit would be 14, and then there's a red Jeep. I think it's a Wolfie Jeep, maybe. Wolf number 8. Who are you? 15, I think that might be you, Kim. Hang on, another issue, hold on. Made the right-hand turn. No, my Jeep's not going in drive very good. It's got some other weird symbol.
Is it like a letter I?
I'm in the first big water crossing. Again, it is not deep. You can see the sand through most of it. It is bumpy, so it might startle you as you go over the whatnots that are in the bottom. You can come on, Ron. Do we keep it in 4-wheel drive low? 4 high, 4 high. You will not need 4 low today. 10. Lisa, is Julia's coming. attention to the trails and go to the left. 10 is good now. Awesome, thanks guys. Alright, so we left off at Kim at number 14. There's a blue Jeep, JL, I think it's a JLU in between us. Who's that one? I'm going to assume she probably doesn't have a radio. I thought that was 15, Kim, in the Amble Jeep. About the one in between us, Kim. Alright, well, she's 16. This is Shelly. I'm 17. I'm in a dark blue JK named Jersey. Good job. Keep going. 17, 18, Irresistible Force, Silver, JK. We're 19. We're in an Anvil JLU Rubicon. So last behind us is, I think, Trail Boss, right? Okay, so we're Raven right behind you. Are you 19 right in front of us?
Confirm, we're 19.
Nice, thank you. Slow up, guys. Copy that. Copy that. This next water crossing isn't quite as long, and you can see dry ground at the other end of it. Again, it's got some little bumpies in it, but it's not deep, I promise.
That was about, I think, the maximum depth for me. I was getting kind of worried about the deepness of it.
Okay, I'm really sorry. That is the worst of it. We're not going to hit any other waters as deep as that one, I promise.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was the one. one that David was a little nervous about for you.
Thanks, two of us.
Handled it like a pro, Ron. You did a good job. Copy that. Good job. There is a tree down, but there's a nice cut bypass to get around it.
Watch out for that little log sticking out on the right side. You'll see it by number 2 car.
There's a gap between 10, 11, and 12.
I'm going 6 miles an hour, so if we got a gap, some people got to pick up the speed just a little bit.
Copy that.
Gotta try to make sure that you're making sure that no one else is talking, so we don't talk over each other. We're losing a lot of stuff. Is the tail through all the water?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Copy that. Are we all tight bumper to bumper yet?
Pretty close.
We're 16 and we're just getting past water, and I don't see anything. I have very feeling.
Wait, Karen, we're about 4 Jeeps behind the last water run. Copy that, I've stopped.
So we're stopped right now, just waiting for everybody to catch up. We'll see how long I can do this live. Until the phone either loses signal or overheats. One or the other.
Tail is caught up. Copy that, front's gonna roll.
Please call someone still in go to.
Copy that.
So we're out here in the Ocala National Forest. It's about 85 degrees. Nice weather right now. We should get some rain in the afternoon. And we're taking a bunch of people out. Some of them are going to get their badge of honors for Ocala. It's a Jeep thing. It's an app where if you go to different places that they say and do the trails, you get a little badge. Trail's a little bit on the narrow side, so you do have vegetation running against your car, which means there's always a chance of getting some scratches along the sides.
Stay straight at the next intersection.
Tail going straight.
Copy that, thank you. He's the leader there.
Which team?
Who drove the least today?
That would probably be Money Pit from the villages.
2 feet, I'm about 8 miles from that gas station.
Yep, you win.
I think David drove the least. He's running shotgun.
Yeah, and I've dragged this poor man out on this trail 3 days in a row now.
He loves you, kid.
I know he does. I think he's crazier than me to keep putting up with me. It's good to have friends like that. We just celebrated our 35th wedding anniversary, and I keep saying David needs a huge medal for putting up with my sorry butt.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, congratulations. He's good to me, and I'm pretty dang spoiled. Something to fancy a Jeep guy. Yeah, he's my sugar daddy, too. Mine can barely afford me, so I can't share him.
I need a boyfriend who looks at me the way I look at my Jeep.
I love it, me too.
30.
4. He's fine.
Still love the Jeep more than you love the guy.
Of course, naturally.
My husband found a meme the other day of a guy laying in bed with his car, and he said, if only Jersey would fit in the house.
Right. There's a giant branch on the right. Be careful. Definitely gonna have a scar today. Woo-hoo!
What do we win?
My love and affection and a cold beer.
Making a right on 19.3.6, there's a sign to be watching for.
Also, people say you can actually go through the navigation and record the trail.
No, you don't. Well, isn't that fancy? All these gizmos and gadgets and jails have, I now know what the TJ owners felt like when the JKs came out.
Seriously, so true.
log sticking out on the driver's side that is really close to hitting the mirror, so proceed with caution. And there's another log. Copy that, thank you. When you're going over these logs, again, it's as fast as necessary, as slow as possible. You don't want to go so fast over them that you break stuff under your Jeep.
Karen, I think I'm stuck on the log.
Copy that, I'm stopped. What number are you?
8.
David's on his way back to see what he can do to assist in recovery.
Never mind, I kind of finagled around it.
Job.
Thank you, thank you.
Making a left turn onto 092.2. I do apologize. We busted our butts the last 2 nights trying to groom this trail.
We appreciate all your extra help with grooming the trail.
No problem. I'm just wishing we groomed a little harder because there's more out here than I remember. We were on this particular trail 2 nights ago and it was raining, so it was hard to tell what would lift once the limb dried out.
Tell me the left.
Copy that. Thanks, John.
Karen, I agree with what Shannon said. We appreciate you guys and all the help for this.
No problem. This is what I live to do. I am so in heaven right now.
As much as I love to rock crawl, there's nothing that beats a lazy, leisurely day in the woods.
I hear that.
And the watermelon crawl.
Shelly watched Jersey Cygnus hit his roof on that fallen tree.
Oh, I see it just ahead. Thank you.
It was a tight fit for me, Shelley. So yours may be even tighter.
Hubby's out doing some grooming, so we're all stopped.
And whatnot, and it died. It's so what?
David's out grooming, so we're all stopped.
He's right under it.
Ron, stop. David wants to cut that. It made a bad noise, so we wanted to cut it before someone else drove by it.
I think you can come out to my yard. I have a bunch of stuff needs to get cut down.
My man can wield a pair of loppers pretty good.
Use that as a Jeep again.
The log that we ran over 2 nights ago has broke, and a piece of it is sticking out on the driver's side, and we can't move it. So I would suggest trying to run over it rather than drag it down on your tires. Just proceed with caution.
Can we cut it?
Ron, do you have a saw?
Yeah, I do actually.
Let's see if we can cut it.
Now that's what I call prepared. The man literally opened his trunk and pulled out a chainsaw. That's awesome. Does that mean we'll start allowing men on the ride? Man, LOL.
We're good for something.
I don't know if we should be happy or scared that we're in the woods with a guy and a chainsaw.
Well, tell, won't it?
Happy, we're jeepers.
Okay, tree's been cut, and we are loading back up into our rigs, and we'll be rolling in a minute.
I took one of my windows out so the puppy could get some air, and she is sniffing everything that we go by. Quite an adventurous pup. Call her my little adventure puppy. She's always up for doing stuff. That's just like Brody. He's going nuts. He just wants to get out and run because that's what he's used to. And you take him hunting with you too, don't you? Not gonna lie, we have brought him into a shooting house with us.
Are we ready to roll? I saw feet on the ground and was just making sure it was okay to roll.
And it's just putting on shoes. We're good to roll.
We got a branch kind of lying low on the driver's side. There's enough trail to go around it a little.
Watch that low-hanging branch on the driver's side. There's one man and on the radio that you cannot hear at all, so hold your mic a little closer to your mouth because we cannot hear you. I'm number 3. I'm just going to slow up. It looks like we've got some people a little far behind. Front stop. Everybody come forward, tight bumper to bumper until you can't go no more.
All the rest of the trails we know are really good.
I think that an hour ago when you was wearing sweat and bullets with a lung going in it. Front's rolling slow. Aaron, your mic was open. Front is rolling slow.
So for those of you who have winches and those of us who don't, which do you feel is better, the steel or the nylon fiber or whatever?
I prefer synthetic line. Granted, there's more of a high chance of it breaking than a cable, but if a cable breaks, it's much more dangerous than if a synthetic line breaks. You want to use a snatch block to get the same breaking point as you could a cable. So I prefer synthetic.
I prefer synthetic as well. Do you need to make sure you clean them on a pretty regular basis? I have had one snap, and it did its job. It fell right to the ground. It didn't cut back and whip around or anything like a steel one would.
Awesome. Thank you for the advice.
David's doing some more grooming. Cannot figure out what to register this exercise as. You walking? Are you hiking? Are you biking? What are you doing? I was late for the meeting. Are we supposed to be doing the check-in for the badge? Yes, you can check in at any time now. And after you click done, there'll be a link where you can tap and request the badge. And then a screen will pop up with your name and address to fill in.
That screen where you put your address and name also will require your VIN.
Yes, that's right, too. You need to use your VIN number. You can request a badge, so if you don't have cell service right now, as long as you check into the trail, you can request a badge at any point in time. So even if you don't do that until you get home, that's fine. Just as long as you check in. We're making a right-hand turn onto 09 2.2. No, it just wants to record that you're here or within the vicinity. 10-4. I could have gotten my badge just for going to the Circle K. I can check in at my house. That's cheating. I ride almost every day, so I do check in when I do ride. That's pretty cool. local Alabama, Tennessee state. I'm not gonna lie, the closest one that I haven't gotten is Uwharrie, and I would really love to go there. Plan it for next year. We can see what weekends work for people. We can rent a hotel in the area, or those that want to camp.
LGBT and Allies is actually planning on going in March.
See, perfect. We'll tag along. So much fun.
Stony Mountain is where my next mission is.
They just regraded Gutbuster now, so it's passable. When we went, it was not, and it has not been for a couple of years, even for buggies, and they just redid it. Gutbuster is one of their badge trails, for those who don't know.
Yeah, we were talking about that the last time I was hanging out with some of my trail bosses.
I'll be doing Turkey Bay in Kentucky next month if anybody wants to join.
It is beautiful.
They'll make the right.
Copy that.
Jesse, I have friends who live like 10 miles from there, and it is just gorgeous.
Nice. I'll be camping with the kids at the land between the lakes right there.
My friends have a beautiful farmhouse in gorgeous country up there. They live on like 10 acres with horses and whatnot, and it really is pretty.
Is that an invite?
They have plenty of land.
Okay, we'll keep camp.
I would go back and do it again just to get my badge. I'll try and keep this story short. There was one trail that we did. We were with, I actually went up on one of the Jeep Jamborees, and the lead did not, or doubted my capability of doing things, and almost didn't want to let me on one of the hard trails. He's like, your Jeep is capable, is exactly the words that were out of his mouth. And we get to one of the parts of the trail where it's got 3 ways to go up, and one of them he called the girly way and looked at me, while I was one of only 2 Jeeps who made it up the hardest hill.
Clearly he was a dumbass.
I never felt so good than that day.
Go, girl.
At the end of the day, I walked up to him and called him out on it too, and I said, you really need to learn not to judge a book by its cover.
Okay, live again. Until we lose cell signal again. The cell signal out here in the Ocala forest is very spotty or non-existent in many places.
It is made this 4-inch web right above our sliding glass door.
So I stopped listening when you said she, like you've identified it.
As an egg sac, so my roommate is now pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
You sure that's not a ball sack? Well, the ball sack wasn't there when I first brought her home.
Yeah, that big old spider can stay here.
I was admiring its beauty.
Let's load up.
Those were some tight spots right there.
miles on to make up for some lost time through this past trail. Ocala National Forest is known for its ticks. So when y'all get home tonight, be sure to check each other out and make sure you don't have new relatives living on you.
I think that's a country song. I'll check you for ticks.
Oh, I thought it was foreplay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Didn't I just say I need a boyfriend? Come on, Mr. Killer.
Is that the secret to 35 years of marriage?
Wait, hold on.
We pulled over, pull in tight, bumper to bumper. Charlie, just leave me enough room behind me to open my tailgate. You got it. I'll catch that yellow code while we're stopped.
Yes, please.
You got another one under your car. You got another branch under your car. You've had it for a couple miles. It's near the front. Just a small one.
Another Trahawk coming.
Out of state license. Oh, Forest Service.
Good thing we're online in our P's and Q's. That was forestry. have a question for you. Yes. Can I stand somewhere on your Jeep? Maybe on the back?
I tried to, but they're going downhill is what it is.
Yeah,
But yeah, get right up there. I stood on the toolbox. Go up on the tailgate and you can stand on that toolbox up there. You might be taller than me to be able to get more of that arch as they go down the hill. You know what I mean?
Picture of everybody.
Maybe come over here a little bit. Yeah, I think the poor spot is pulled over because of that hill going down. So I decided that the best was to just do it like from the side of the road. Yeah, make my arms long enough.
My car's the one with the least
Dirt
amount of
bike coming!
off-road capability.
Clear the road!
Dirt bike on the side. Everybody else is set up. I needed a family vehicle. Guy in Ford. So that's why I ended up with. Karen has a heart.
I got me a heart, y'all. It's a heart-shaped birdhouse, and it says home is where the heart is on it. Oh, I feel so different now that I actually have a heart. There's a dog in the middle of the trail up here. More than likely, he's a hunting dog. Do not interact with it. Please don't run over him either. You hear that, Shannon? You cannot pick up the dog. Chances are he's chipped and his owner knows exactly where he is.
Tell me the right.
That puppy needs help. He'll be okay. The hunters do not want passerbys to interact with their dogs because they're working. We think that was a hunting dog? Question mark. Yeah, I do. It looked skinny. I've been told that they will feed the dogs, minimal food during hunting season to keep them hungry for the hunt. So, I got some information from Hunters Association people about the rules of when we encounter hunting dogs in the forest and what to do and what not to do. That dog needs some help. Eyes were all yucky and he looked really bad. I'm so sorry, y'all. Making a left-hand turn.
I see everybody was willing to stop and help the dog, but not that crazy lady in the van.
No, there are days I love people, dogs more than people. That's me most days.
I'd save the dog first.
The dog also had a red collar on there for an antenna.
Yeah, I was just going to say that type of collar is specifically used for dogs that go on the hunt.
Yes, and if we were to pick up the dog and take it somewhere, the hunter is going to know that we did. This trail has some sugar sand that might be necessary to put into 4 high. Hey!
good to know you're not alone.
The loggers seem to cut down a lot of acreage out here.
Anyone else excited about this rain cloud above us?
Yep.
Yeah, why are we headed straight towards it?
Not I said to fly. We're doorless.
Copy that, John. Thanks.
Shannon, you can jump in mine.
I just said that. I was going to get in with Jesse.
coming? Copy that, maybe just making sure. Try to stay at least 1 or 2 feet away from each other. Close to each other.
Karen got a request to back off just a hair.
Copy that. Right-hand turn. That's a tight turn for long bodies, so you want to compensate for it. Copy that. Particular stretch was almost impassable when David and I came on it on Thursday night. Out on the passenger side that can be avoided if you are paying attention. Could you repeat what we were singing? There was a branch sticking out on the passenger side that can be avoided, and you just have to pay attention. Oh, no worries. That's her side. I don't care.
want to slow up just a tad bit? Again? Slow up just a bit. Copy that. I got my sunrider open and I don't want these branches ripping it off. Sorry about that, babe. We're caught up now. Copy that. Good. This is a lake bed that's just about dried up, but it is so beautiful looking out over it.
To the right.
Copy that. Hold up, Ron. Let him get that one.
In 2 miles, turn left on National Forest 22.
Turtle in the road. Hang on 1 second. fertile. He's not very happy. We think we got him out of the way. He's on the passenger side of the trail. Please try real hard not to run over him.
Good job, guys.
Thank you for getting him out of the way. Yeah, I don't want to kill him. That's no fun. I still can't believe that we lost this trail last night. We get out here this morning and just realize how bad it still is. So bear with us, guys.
Is this crime scene tape? Tape, I believe, is where you're not supposed to go.
Hey, I think I'm dragging something. For 18 way back here.
I'm trying to look underneath you. I don't see anything.
Something's down there hiding.
It's the woman in the minivan.
Shh, don't tell nobody, man.
19, you got a little branch on your passenger side. Or, I'm sorry, 18.
For the day.
I'm telling you, I totally earned my badge.
I earned mine 200 yards in.
It's the second time I've been on this trail, but I haven't been on these particular ones of this trail.
Please keep your arms inside the ride for the duration of the ride.
Oh, you're stealing all the fun away.
Yeah, we're not responsible for lost limbs. Lost limbs? I've found 4 of them in the back of my Jeep.
Keep them for Halloween props.
Okay, Karen, I'm going to be heading home. Thank everybody for your company. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Glad you could join us. Thank you so much. You take care.
Turn left on National Forest 05134, then take the first left.
As my friend Lisa would say, I never pay attention to the GPS anyway. Actually, I'm going the scenic way home.